Hey, what's up guys? Nils here and welcome back to another video. So right next to me I have my Mewtwo inside of the incubator and I believe he's done. We go +1 level. So today he's gonna come out as a level 208 unit. So we are approaching to the 210 mark and we have a total of 3 trillion damage right now. Now, if you take our passive into account, we are running up at a total of 6 trillion damage against bosses with the tactical. So that is pretty damn sweet. And I'm actually pretty excited because this is the first time that I'm gonna have a max level unit before an update ends, which is pretty cool. So if we go head over to XYZ where I have my second unit that's incubating, I sort of did the mistake of incubating him for 7 straight days, because I really wanted to push him as well to the max level and I didn't want to have any downtime being in between incubating. But in terms of what I want to do today with the room 100, it doesn't really help me not having my second best unit, which is kind of unfortunate, but I'm hoping on my Mewtwo to actually carry this whole thing. And there we go, back at him. Now the problem with him was that, which I didn't actually take into account, that Direb decided to nerf Divines yet another time with this update, which is kinda sad because they were already nerfed once and I think they were just as fine as they were. So heading over here to the fighters index, let's go ahead and punch in level 210. You see 3.8 trillion damage. So before the nerfs it was either 4.1 or 4.2, so it is quite a considerable nerf, right? And I also got this Vegito like 20 minutes ago, but nobody really cares. Still, he looks pretty cool. He's actually my favorite unit. But back to the Mewtwo. So you see here, like, if we go ahead and equip him, we are gonna be rounding up at a 600 billion DPC in total. Now, one thing I wanted to talk to you about, guys. In case you're wondering how to calculate your DPC, here's the easiest method. If you have 2.5 damage multiplier, your DPC is gonna be 20% of your total damage. Now, if you're not a player that is a little bit more to the advanced side and you have the 5 and 10 million stars opened milestones, your damage multiplier is going to be at 2, which means your DPC is going to be 16% of your total damage. So let's go ahead and open our upgrades panel here, and you see here 600 billion, just as I calculated. And if we were ahead to consider the tactical as well, that would be 1.2 trillion actually. So our Mewtwo is looking pretty good, and within the next 2 days it's gonna get that much stronger, like almost 25% stronger. You see here 3 to 3.8 trillion, almost 25% stronger in just 2 days. These last levels are absolutely crazy in terms of power scaling, very, very good. And now if we go ahead and equip the rest of our team, our DPC should be looking even better. Now, one moment, let me just equip all of them and have a look at where we are right now, because I don't even know myself. And our current DPC is 1.59 trillion. With a tactical, it means 2.19 trillion against bosses. So I'm pretty sure that even with just one mob, or one fighter rather, we can easily solo room 100 and we can start all of the carries to get all of you guys that extra star. Now, there's only one thing that could go really bad for us, and that would be getting rooms that are very, very mob oriented and not boss oriented, like having rooms with very high health mob and the bosses being whack. Now, we have 22 minutes until the next time trial, so I'm just gonna catch you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, so here we are over at room 92 and I did some slight adjustments to the team. So you notice that I equipped on the leaders instead of this one and this one. Now Bravery, he was sort of roughly the same in terms of damage, but considering he has tank, I decided to swap him out. And our DPC looks at 1.6 trillion. If I put Bravery instead of this one, it looks at 1.61 trillion on paper. However, I think this is still better because Bravery is a little bit slow with the tank passive, and considering most of our damage comes off this Mewtwo, just furthermore buffing him, considering we will also be constantly ult cancelling, that's gonna be even more damage than what you actually see on paper. So even though on paper you see a damage loss compared to Asta, he's still gonna be better. And this room should be pretty easy to kill. Now, this is what I meant earlier when I talked about the rooms that you get. You kind of don't want to get rooms with high HP mobs, and you really want to have these high HP bosses so you can just shred through the health bars. But this room is pretty nice, and there you go, first ult cancel. Now you're just gonna see, yep, this guy lost half of his HP from just one ultimate from our Mewtwo. So I'm pretty sure that we should be fine for the most part, unless we get really bad RG in the rooms. Now, the only problem with having leaders in the team, and that just furthermore increases the issue of not having like preset teams, is it's kind of annoying to swap to leader teams because you can't really just press equip all and you're done. You kind of have to swap around your two weakest units, which could be problematic. That's why I sort of decided to just let my units walk. And that's why I also decided to not swap to solid gold, because it's a little bit of an annoying process to constantly have to do that. But let's now focus on this new room. Now, this is not the worst room, but not the best either. The mobs are relatively healthy in this one, but I'm pretty sure it should be fine, considering we are totally shredding bosses. And you're gonna notice in just a second when we get on this boss how fast his HP bar is just gonna melt from this Mewtwo. Alright, let's see how fast he's gonna die. Okay, so this is a very good room actually. This is exactly what you want when you run tactical teams. Very, very weak mobs. This room is great, and the one with the blue soldiers, where they basically just die to DPC by itself, don't even have to touch them, and a really strong boss. That's the best ideal scenario that you can get for a tactical team. And we have 1 minute and 30 seconds to kill this boss, which should be more than enough. Shouldn't be really that hard. I'm pretty sure we even have time to solid gold this one. Should be fine. Here you go, guys. The boss is getting absolutely shredded. We literally did 3 trillion in 1 minute. How long was that? That's even less than a minute, right? It's 45 seconds. So you kind of realize that the tactical is just putting in the work on this one. We even have 30 seconds to spare, and it wasn't really my intention to kill it. I wanted to swap to solid gold. Unfortunately, this happened by accident. And now let's go ahead here and just kill the boss on room 101 and 102, just so we can see how much yen you actually get by using solid gold. And this is where it actually gets pretty big, guys, in terms of yen farming. You start to farm a lot of yen at this point. If you crack room 100, you get like up to 20 quadrillion per run, and that's with like a duo or something. I believe that solo you can get around 35 if you manage to solo to this point. So I guess we're just gonna see in a moment how much do we actually get. Alright, this is the point where you actually have to start paying attention to. Okay, I was worrying about the second that he was gonna die from the ultimates that went through, but looks like we're fine. So now we're just gonna micromanage this with our DPC, and we're gonna clear the rest of the room, and we're gonna swap to solid gold. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we have enough time to kill the boss on the other room, but perhaps if he's not very, very strong, and he's like equal to this one, we have time to kill it. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. Right, this is gonna die. There we go, perfect. This should also die in, I think, one ultimate. So let's see. Perhaps not. Okay, definitely not. But we should be good to swap now. Oh, there's another one. I didn't see that one. Oh, that's a lot of yen. That is definitely a lot of yen right there. Alrighty. 140 on the clock. Perhaps we can do it. Let's have a look. So, oof, 8.3. Okay, there's no way we're killing this one, guys. Let's go ahead and unequip this one. Search for leader. And this is what I was talking about, that you actually have to do this process, which becomes really annoying, having to do that. But let's see how low we can actually drop this one before we bounce out. Well, the time's gonna run out, and yeah, had this guy had 5 or even 5.5 quadrillion, we would have actually managed to kill it. Although he's pretty beefed up at 8 quadrillion, so there's no way we kill it. And there you have it, 20 quadrillion yen farmed without even solid golding like as much as we could have. So all in all, it's a pretty good farm. As I said, after Rome 100, it really starts to get spicy. But that was pretty much it. That's what I want to show you guys, that we can now start doing room 100 carries, even with 1 unit. That's the most important thing to take out of this, because considering we would have had another Meliodas with tactical 3, we would have been absolutely shredding everything in the rooms. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put him back for 1 more day. So tomorrow is gonna be super chill to do room 100. So we're not even gonna have to probably bother with ultimate cancelling, can just let it through like that. So for the rest of the week, guys, until the new update hits for the Christmas one, which is next Saturday, I'm gonna be live streaming every day for multiple hours. So we're gonna be getting all of you, or well, maybe not all, but as many of you as possible, the extra star, whether it's your 5th or 7th, depending if you have the Game Pass. So make sure you click that notification bell if you're subscribed. If not, make sure you subscribe to not miss out on the live stream. You can also join the Discord, which there is a link down below in the description, so you kind of know when I'm gonna do them. But yeah, I'm gonna be planning to do this every day for the next week until the update comes out. So hopefully we're gonna get as many people as possible with that extra star in the update, because honestly, guys, it adds up, and it adds up a lot. Like, the difference is quite considerable, like after a long amount of time when you open stars, because that's like 1 extra star every 1.5 seconds, right? It might not seem a lot, but over a course of like an hour, 5 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, it actually adds up. So it's pretty sweet to have it. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it about this video. I hope you enjoyed this little sort of update video, I guess you can say. It was not really anything special, like Room 100 has been achieved a long time ago by other people. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to click that like and subscribe button down below. It helps me out a lot. And make sure to click that notification bell as well to not miss any of the future uploads. And until the next one, take care.